Man, this is pathetic, man. This is pathetic. Look at this shit, man. Look at this shit. Canelo is literally fighting a welterweight and a super welterweight to avoid David Benavidez, to avoid his mandatory for more than 2 years, right? And he's fighting, supposedly, according to Salvador Sanchez, reposted by Michael Benson, that he's supposed to be fighting, right? Jermall Charlo in May and Terence Crawford in September of this year. Where the fuck is David Benavidez? If this is true, this is the duck of the year. Far duck of the year. Nobody deserves a shot at Canelo more than David Benavidez, hands down. And I told y'all, if he fights, a lot of people got on me, pause, my last video, if I said that if Canelo fights Jermall Charlo, he needs to be stripped. And I'm still standing on business of that statement. If he fights both of these guys, because they're not even in the division, all right? They're not in the division. If he fights either one of these guys, Canelo needs to be stripped. Bottom line, because you got a mandatory at David Benavidez has been waiting for his turn, fighting everybody, whether it's your leftovers, whoever, fighting anybody and everybody at 168 to get to Canelo. You had somebody like Jaime Munguia who just called out Canelo after beating John Ryder. Everybody wants to fight Canelo. Everybody wants to cash out, and of course that's obvious, right? That's belaboring the point. However, David Benavidez deserves a shot more than anybody. Canelo's going to get his money regardless. Canelo has a guaranteed contract with the PBC. So no matter who he fight, Canelo can fight a tablecloth. He's guaranteed a certain amount of money. It don't matter. Al Hammond, if they don't even break even on the money generated from his fights, right? Canelo is still guaranteed a certain amount of money, right? So, like I said, man, nobody deserves a shot more than David Benavidez, man. Point blank and simple. I don't know if, like I said, if this is true, man, I would say, David Benavidez, you need to petition to these sanctioning bodies to strip Canelo Alvarez, if this is true. David Benavidez deserves a shot, should already have his title, even though he was a former WBC strap holder. Of course, he lost it due to weight and due to drugs. Nonetheless, so far he has been a clean slate, clean fighter, and has been just pretty much stopping competition left and right at his division. Rightfully so. And he's very big for 168 pause. He should be fighting at light heavy or cruiserweight. So this guy is big, pause. But nonetheless, man, David deserves a shot, and David should be a champ right now. If this is true, if he's fighting, if Canelo Alvarez is fighting these two guys, Jermall and Terence Crawford, a welterweight and a super welterweight, yeah, David needs his straps. Point blank and simple. Like, I don't know if this strategic. I don't know what it is with this marketing, man, because it's kind of weird. Let's just say that this is not true, right? Let's just say this is not true. Then why the hell would Canelo allow this to be released in the first place? You know what I'm saying? I want to hear from the source, though. I want to hear from the source whether or not this is true. If Canelo's really fighting these two guys, one guy who hasn't been active in 3 years, one guy who just beat Errol Spence last year, 147-pound fighter. A guy prior to fighting Errol Spence was a foregone conclusion about fighting Canelo. He was asked in a Fight Hype interview, which I posted on my reels, where he said he would never fight Canelo Alvarez. So this wasn't even a thought prior to fighting Errol Spence. After he fought Errol Spence, now they want to, come up with this dream match scenario of a guy 3 weight classes down to go up in weight to fight Canelo Alvarez, man. It's a money grab fight. And, Terence Crawford knows that. It's a money grab fight. Just imagine if Terence Crawford decided to fight Inoue and Tank Davis, right? For his next 2 fights. What would y'all say about that? For me, I'll be like, yo, there's guys in your division that want to fight you, bro. Like, Boots. Boots wants a shot. Boots been calling you out, regardless of whether or not, he went the other route or whatever for Black Prime and whatever. Listen, man, Boots is calling you out. Boots is there at 147. He wants that fade. Give him a shot. You know what I'm saying? If you want to move up to 154, you got Tim Tszyu. Tim Tszyu right now is fighting Keith Thurman, but 154 is still stacked division. You know what I'm saying? You got guys like Teofimo Lopez at 140 is calling you out. 1 weight class below or above, I'm cool with that. 3 weight classes, nah, bro. You just stay in your lane. Stay in your lane, man. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, I don't like this. I don't like this shit, bro. Like, Jermall Charlo, like, ain't fought in 3 years. He looked like a fighter when he fought Jose Benavidez, rather. He just looked like a guy who just fought for the first time in 3. It looked he doesn't have any rhythm. And because he's not acclimated yet, still, even though he won this fight with Jose Benavidez, but Jose Benavidez is a shot fighter, man. I'm sorry. He's a shot fighter. So, Jermall beating him was pretty much, it was a tune-up fight, and it was just for him to stay busy, to get acclimated, muscle memory and all that stuff. It helped a little bit, but you still see that he needs more reps. Jermall needs more reps. And him fighting Canelo is a bad idea because he will get stopped quicker than his brother. His brother showed no resistance, which is why he was in survival mode. Jermall will show resistance and get stopped. That's the problem. He's going to get stopped early. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see these welterweights fight Canelo, man. Stick to 168. Stick to 168. Fight the top guys at 168. Same thing with Crawford. Fight the top guys at your division. Whether it be 147, 154, 140, 1 weight class above or below, I'm cool with that, but not 3 weight classes up. I'm done with that shit, bro. Stop. You know what I'm saying? So I just listen, man. This is not a good look for Canelo, and I'm a Canelo fan. I'm realistic. I'm a realist about this shit. It's a duck. If this is true, it's a super duck of the year. If he's not fighting David Benavidez this year, I don't care if it's May or September. David Benavidez versus Canelo needs to happen this year. Point blank and simple. Bottom line. So those are my thoughts on that, family. Leave your comments down below. Who should Canelo fight next? His next 2 fights with the PBC to fulfill his contract with Al Haymon. Who would you like to fight next? Him to fight next. Let me know in the comment section, family. Until next time, signing out. Peace.